Welcome back to this tutorial series where we are generating figure ideas from alphabets. In this video, we will be generating figure ideas from alphabet F. Let us write the alphabet F in different ways. So we are writing alphabet F, the capital letter F, with different angles, different curves, different tilts, etc. So that we get different inspiration, different ideas from these alphabets. See, the process is we look at these alphabets and try to kind of see some figure movement based on the shape of the letter, the tilt of the letter, etc. And then we come out with some face ideas. So from the first alphabet, from the first letter, I am getting some idea that it's a person who is slightly leaning to one side and one leg is raised. Maybe one arm is raised and the other arm is down. Legs are little apart. So this is the kind of idea that I am getting. So the way I write is that the way I draw is that I work out the overall movement of the figure, and from the top portion I work out the upper body on the top portion of the alphabet, and then I fit in an head, and then I try to fit in the arms. So that is the general approach that I follow, but it might vary depending upon the alphabet and depending upon the idea that I am getting. Okay, here this is another idea probably, and let us go with the third alphabet. It is little curved, so I'm expecting some little bit of a curved body movement. Okay, little bit of body movement at an angle, at a slight curve, slight rhythm. Okay, so maybe the head here, maybe it's a lady, something on her head. Okay, she's carrying something on her head. Maybe you will find this kind of movement in the village sides. Okay, and he is wearing an Indian attire sari, and this is the kind of idea that I am getting. Okay, I have slightly fast forwarded this video so that the video doesn't get very longer, but I haven't compromised on the information. I try to capture all the information, and without losing any information, I have slightly fast forwarded it. So this letter has a little bit of a curvy movement, but he's leaning to the left, and he is kind of holding a pole. Maybe he's in a small boat. Okay, don't worry about these properties. Okay, these are just some ideas that I am getting, but focus on the body movement. When you focus on the body movement, look at the overall body angles, the bend of the body, and then look at the proportions and the perspective. So the first is the line of action of the body, and then the proportions. Okay, so that is the idea that I am going for. See, this is not something that you need to strictly follow. This is the idea, this is the process that I am following. But if you have some other approach, please do let me know in the comment box. I'll be happy to try your approach as well. Okay, so I really, in the last figure, I really do not know what exactly he's doing. He's holding some stone or something, but that is okay. Here it is more kind of a vertical image, vertical pose, and maybe he is holding something in his hand, a bag or suitcase, and maybe he is just holding a pole or something. I don't know. I mean, he's taking support of something. Maybe he's little tired. Okay, so that is okay. So slightly, now what we do is, let us get some more examples. So here I'm directly, I'm speeding it up a little bit. I'm directly writing the letter in a curved F, and directly I'm converting that into sort of figures. Maybe the letter gives me an idea that the upper body is little bent, and it is a kind of a profile view, and he's looking down. That is the idea that I'm getting. And the legs are slightly bent. then forward. That is the kind of idea that I am getting. Okay. And let us come with few more letters, some tilted F, and that again is the upper body. And is actually this is not a sustainable pose. His balance is going to, I mean, he's going to fall in this particular pose, but maybe he's in between an action of some throwing a ball or catching a ball or something, and he's playing, and it is kind of in between, I mean, frame. Okay. Usually, why I tend to pay attention to the gravity and the balance. It is a good idea to keep the balance intact. Okay. So I mean, he should stay in balance. I mean, whenever you make the movement, usually try to consider the balance. Okay, he should not have a tendency. He or she should not have a tendency to fall down. So that may create some tension in the viewer's eye, but in some kind of in certain moments it is okay. I mean, if he is losing the balance, that is okay in certain cases. But I mean, try to pay attention to the balance. The first thing is the overall movement of the body, and then the parts and the proportions. Then you can pay attention to the balance. This I am not very happy with, but I will still continue with the exercise, and it is perfectly okay if you are getting some of the poses are not very convincing. You can just continue. Don't worry about those things, right? Okay. This is maybe he is bending one side. Maybe there is a small kid and he is holding the child's hand and they are moving forward. So some of these movements are little exaggerated. But that is okay. In art, a little bit of exaggeration is perfectly okay. Now the next process is that I am coloring with a lighter color for the upper body. Usually the shirt, if it is a male figure, and then I will go for the lower body, which is usually the dark color. But in this specific case, it's a sari, so I am using the lighter color for the upper body as well as the lower body. But in rest other cases, I will be using lighter color for the upper body and darker color for the lower body, which is the pants. And then usually I follow darker color for the head, the top of the head, to indicate hairs, and then I will use orange color for the body parts. So I'm going a little faster, but I just wanted to show the approach so that you can follow it. So if you are following it along, watch the video once, try to understand the process, try to get hold of the overall process, and then you try your own ideas on your piece of paper. You don't have to exactly copy my poses, my actions. Okay. You can come out with your own ideas, your own poses, your own actions, but as I told, you have to pay attention to the overall believability by paying attention to the body parts and the proportions and the overall balance. Okay. And while coloring, even if it goes slightly here and there, as in this case I am slightly going out of the drawing, but that is okay as long as the final outcome is convincing. You should be okay. Right. So I am using a cartridge paper for this particular work, and the color that I have used as of now is cobalt green, which is a light color. And for the darker colors, I am using Payne's gray. Okay. Right. So the dark color for the top of the head and lower body. Sorry if you're getting some background noise. Some kids are playing outside and a lot of noise. I hope it is not troubling you. Okay. See, this is just a repetition of the process. Okay, we have the drawing, we have, we have the color. So you just apply it on top of the drawing. That we apply the color on the top of the head and the lower body. Wherever you think dark colors can work, you can go for Payne's gray or any dark color for that matter. You don't have to really try to get the same colors that I am using. You can use any combination of light color and dark color. And when you may pay attention that you may notice that the the length of the leg is differing in certain poses, because that is because of the perspective. When you see people in motion, and if you see it from a distance, you will find that the leg lengths are not always equal, because one leg may be forward, the other leg may be backward, and you will see them with different lengths. Okay. Right. He is not, he cannot hold balance in this pose, but it is just an in between kind of a pose. Okay. He's jumping probably to hold, to catch the ball. Okay. So as of now, I'm happy with the overall set of figures that I got. They have different, they have a variety of, actions. They don't look alike except from the colors. Of course, the colors are all same, because I want to avoid the complexities of picking up different colors, because our focus here is to get different actions, not different colors. Right. Now I think we have to go for uh, orange color, and for the exposed body part. That is what I am doing now. So I'm picking orange color, thick orange color, picked up directly from the tube, and I am suggesting the face and usually the lower arms, because these are the things that are usually exposed, and suggest them in a convincing way. See the overall body movement and the movement of the arms, movement of the legs. They should have some kind of synergy. So they should, as a whole, jointly, they should be convincing. If you are not confident of this, you may practice sketching figures, so that you get a better understanding of the proportions and the perspective, etc. And your figures will look better. Right. Now this he's bending forward, and he's doing something with his hand. We don't have to worry about precisely what he's doing. If you want, you can think, you can imagine something, but I'm leaving it to your imagination. Right, he's extending his arm forward, he's pointing to something. Yeah. Right. Now he's holding the hand, and they both are facing away from us, so you will not see the faces also. I think this is pretty much okay, and we have to go for some of the shadows, and I think some of the missing items we can paint, like like this portion. Okay. And yeah, some dark touches. And what else? I think we are pretty much done, and maybe this boat. Just a suggestion, it is not the perfect boat. And we are just suggesting some colors and maybe some reflection here. Don't worry about how the boat look like and how the reflection should look like. We can. This is just a practice. Okay, don't worry too much about that. That is not the subject here. What else? Are we missing something? I think we are pretty much done, and we need to do some shadows in my view. So let us go for some shadow. And here there are a lot of figures, so I don't want to make the shadow very long. I just wanted to make it very small shadow. Okay, right. See, these shadows will give an illusion that they are properly grounded, they are properly connected to the ground, they are not elevated. See, his one leg is, above, so I am not connecting the shadow and the leg. If somebody is standing firm on the ground, the leg, the feet, and the shadow will be joined, will be connected. But if the legs are raised above, the toe, the heel, or the foot and the shadow will not get connected. Here he is jumping, so none of the both the legs will be above, in the air, so the shadows and the object will not be connected. So these are something that you must be already knowing, you must be already aware of, but you can pay attention to. So I think we are pretty much done. And I hope this information, this video was useful to you. You found something to learn from this. Please continue the practice. Okay. So practice is more important. So continue your practice. And thank you very much for watching this video. And if you think this is helpful, this is informative, please share it to your artist friends so that they also can take benefit of the course. If you have any questions or suggestions, comments, please write them into the comment box below, and we will soon come out with another interesting tutorial, the next alphabet, and happy painting until then.